Hi, I'm Benjamin Blackwell,
I'm Calvin Blackwell.
and this summer we had the opportunity to go on the 2016 El Salvador pilgrimage with Chuck Stewart.
Before the trip, we got to meet with the former ambassador, Douglas Barclay, and he kind of gave us some information on the U.S. involvement in the country.
We got to meet Eduardo, who works in our high school and grew up in El Salvador, and he gave us some great perspective on what it's like living there and the culture.
Before El Salvador, we kind of got together as a group, which involved Hope Glowacki, Phoebe Glowacki, Mia and Dominic Grasso, my brother and I, Maddie Borer and Nolan Meyer, and Kat Kulik.
And so we decided to share some of the highlights from this trip, and we hope you enjoy.
You're gonna see everything different. The streets, the cars, the minibuses, taxis, everything. You're gonna feel, like you're in a small country that you're gonna say to yourself that you guys are lucky what you got here. We are really poor people. We try to survive every day, We, like I say, vendors, that's what they do to survive, They like to believe in Jesus a lot, They like there's a lot of churches that you go and see, people goes there constantly and they just pray for a better life, But most of it, the kids, if you guys go into the countries, kids love to have fun, They don't care about the money, they don't care about nothing else. Just play with them, have a little soccer game or no matter, they like to smile, they like to make you feel comfortable,
Our trip began very early in the morning, 4:30 a.m. in the Syracuse airport. When we arrived in El Salvador, it was very hot and humid, and we were greeted by our driver Williams. It was quickly apparent that we were in a different world. Graffiti on the walls, trash on the streets, and barbed wire over every wall. Many buildings were secured with heavily armed guards. We arrived at our companion church, San Juan Evangelista, which would serve as our home for the next few weeks. We settled in and began bonding as a group. Mercedes cooked all of our fabulous meals for us and entertained us with her parrot, Pancho. We visited Cristo Sal, which is a non-governmental organization that strives to improve the basic human rights of El Salvadorians. We visited the church and home of Archbishop Romero, who was sadly assassinated after speaking out on behalf of the poor and oppressed. We learned more about the history of El Salvador as well as the Civil War. We also visited the wall which lists all the names of the people that were killed. We visited the Aztec ruins and experienced the beautiful countryside overlooking San Salvador. We traveled to remote areas to visit the Vacation Bible School and shared the road with cattle along the way. It was very obvious that these were very poor areas in the rural countryside of El Salvador.
The first school we visited was San Marcos Vacation Bible School. The kids were happy to see us and gave us an opening song to welcome us to the community. After the song, we got right into arts and crafts. Some of the crafts included God's eyes, dream catchers, face painting, and fish that we creatively created out of CDs and paper.
¿Cuentas? ¿Cuánto, güey? ¿Cuánto cuentas? ¿Cuánto cuentas este no?
The kids had lots of fun putting handprints on a canvas that we brought to the church, and afterwards they hung it up outside as a lasting memory of our visit. We visited our second church, which was Santísima Trinidad Vacation Bible School. The kids were very welcoming as we sang with them, played soccer, and did some crafts. We learned on the trip that gangs controlled 80% of the country, and the sad reality is most of these kids are going to have to be committed to or at least support one of the gangs by the age of 12. It's important to realize that in the midst of our own reality, to be aware of what other countries are going through and to attempt to make a difference. This trip was amazing. We had a wonderful week with wonderful people, and it was truly inspiring. It's changed our lives.
I'm really grateful for this opportunity. We did a lot of great things, met a lot of great people, and learned a lot about the culture of El Salvador. And thank you, Chuck Stewart, for this awesome opportunity and everything that you did for us.